Alright guys, this is take two. Today I am going to be reacting to the decoy voice situation is insane by Next Taku here. I'm not, I'm not sure what the situation is. I'm pretty sure I watched the full video. I listened into his full videos, but, the knowledge doesn't really stick as it did when he used to do them on the Next Door channel, and his Next Taku stuff was just mainly for entertainment lore, but apparently he's starting to snip everything down to bite size, which, you know, fine, whatever. I don't mind. Anyways, let's check in on Nux here.
So Governor DeSantis from Florida, he actually put his foot down. Bro has been on fire. Dude, this guy's insanely good.
Piece of legislation that we worked very hard is the prohibition of things like Sharia law being...
It's wild we have to actually start officially banning Sharia law. It is amazing. That's how bad the Islamic expansion has gone. As far as the West. Because we have lost the UK. The UK's lost. I am watching it. They are now starting to arrest their... the immigrants are starting to arrest their own. As well as the straight white Christian men. So, yeah, Sharia law is pretty much in power within the UK.
Imposed in different communities.
He banned Sharia law in Florida.
Using courts, using foreign law, but also making sure that we have a structure for our law enforcement to be able to designate groups like the Muslim Brotherhood as foreign terrorist organizations.
Yeah, they're gay. I'm going to straight up say they are gay. Oh man, the Muslim Brotherhood, they are so gay, and they definitely need to be taken out. And I hope that and I sincerely pray that their whole shtick gets taken down. I do pray for that.
It's very important that they don't get benefits. Organizations affiliated with them are not eligible for state benefits, and so this provides an important structure that we're going to be able to use to make sure that...
Yeah, Ron DeSantis is a goat. He is a goat. Doesn't matter. You just have to look at what's going on in Florida. They have no income tax, which is why Virgil wants to move there. But still, it is... real... But still, being... there's a reason why so many businesses are moving to Florida. There is.
That the people of Florida are protected. And
That's right.
Be honest about what's going on in the world right
Thank you. Please be honest. Lay some honesty upon us.
now. You had 4 years of the border being completely open. Do you think Iran just failed to take advantage of that, knowing they could get anyone in here they wanted? No. So there's threats in this country right now, and we need to make sure, particularly when you're talking about militant Islamic terrorist organizations, that we are calling that what it is, and that we're making sure that not just our law enforcement, but all of our institutions are responding appropriately to be able to protect the people of this state. And so I was really happy to see that the legislature stepped up and did that. You know,
Yeah, so this guy's actually doing things, man. DeSantis has been amazing. Florida's government's been unbelievably good. I'm not...
Yeah, from what I understand, it has been unbelievably good. I'm not going to speak on Miami or Tampa because those seem to be outliers, but most of Florida has been really good from what I understand. I mean, there's a lot of people I watch that are based in Florida. There's a reason for it.
Not even exaggerating. And the crazy thing is, unlike California, like, this is just going to be like a little side-by-side, right? So that was Florida, all right, actually doing shit. All right, this is California.
But it's just like Gavin Newsom, you know, he fixed the homelessness problem many years ago. He kept announcing that he's...
Fix the homeless problem! Then we just watched a video just yesterday that showcased homeless people on the streets. Oh, he didn't fix anything. He made it worse. Cause he just signed a bill until he's making a law that is going to allow pedophiles to be released after a 10-year plus sentence or something like that.
He's fixed it while the problem gets worse. I mean, this guy's a total disgrace, Gavin Newsom. If it's been fixed, then why is the money still going out? He says it was fixed in 2021. Those payments were from 2024.
Right.
He's just lying and gaslighting as he is on every single issue. And the truth is that California has got more fraud than the rest of America put together. And Dr.
Yep, he does. He is complicit. And yeah, I want to bring up the meme. Let's see here. I'm gonna have to get. I'm gonna get to add an image. Image 3, browse. Yeah, that's it. That's it. Oh my goodness. Can I have your illegals? It's uncanny. The resemblance is uncanny. I asked for a politician, but it defaults to someone like Gavin Newsom.
Oz is absolutely right. We need cooperation with the federal government. When I'm governor, that's what we'll get. In the meantime, I mean, we're trying to find it as well. My organisation, Cal Doge, part of my campaign, we estimate now that the total fraud in the last 5 years in California, $434 billion.
$434 billion. For those keeping track, that is 40 Iran wars. All right? I'm going to start measuring Democrat fraud in Iran wars. All right? That is 40 Iran.
Hey, that's a good metric to follow. 40 Iran wars. That's actually not that bad of a metric. I'm not going to lie.
Iran wars.
And what are they doing about it? Nothing, because they have total contempt for taxpayers. They don't consider it, that it's our money that they're stealing and wasting, and that is why they're going to lose this year.
They got caught.
And that is why I personally believe that only taxpayers should have the right to vote. But that's a hill I'm going to die on another day. We're not getting there yet. But these people, like, I'm looking at the people that aren't paying taxes, all right? And the people that aren't paying taxes are literally spending their days harassing people that are paying taxes. Right, if you're not paying taxes and you're literally a parasite, all right, you're a parasite on the country, you're sucking the blood of our nation, why the fuck should you have a say in where the nation goes and what the nation does? All right, and this is what we're dealing with all the time.
Yeah, for me, I don't really vote. I do actually give my opinion on things, but I know my say doesn't mean much unless I actually vote. So, I don't know. I'm not sure if I do pay taxes or not. I'm actually not sure because, well, I'm on Social Security. There's a chance I may be paying taxes. I know that I pay taxes when it comes to purchasing products, but I don't think that's exactly the type of tax that Nux here is talking about.
Anti-ICE activists went from being mildly annoying to creating full-on war zones, which they quickly lose. And as satisfying as watching the EBT tribes take pepper balls to the face,
That's
the reality of unemployed
That's right,
behavior,
it is.
not only wasting millions of dollars of
Get the tranks. Get the tranks. Have the snipers positioned on every single rooftop around an ICE facility, and load those sniper rifles up with tranks.
of police resources, but also assisting wanted criminals escape arrest is something that should have ended
Unbelievable.
9 months ago when these
I completely agree, man. Trump's been a rock star in foreign policy, but when it comes to the domestic shit, bro needs to lay down the fucking law. I'm sorry, bro. Bro needs to just roll in and obliterate these fuckers.
Yeah, we don't need someone who is helping with the who is all just protecting us from abroad, but we need someone that will protect us domestically. Trump needs to do more. Granted, and I am going to give some grace here. Part of the reason why he hasn't done more here in the U.S. is because judges keep on overturning him at every turn, acting like they are more of the figurehead of the law than Trump is, and they are overstepping their bounds. I think that Trump should fire all those judges that keep on superseding him.
funded anti-ICE riots ended in Los Angeles, but since then, over in Vermont, there isn't much left to their resistance.
I'm trying to stay away from this one.
And your empty ass bed because the wife you thought loved you left you because you're a piece of working for a Nazi as a Nazi.
Protecting a previously deported drunk driver from arrest. Yelling at the feds until the local police had to step in.
Yeah, I'm not even sure how many of these actually believe what they're saying. Because I wouldn't be too surprised if some of them are paid off. Seriously, dude. And it's not like that paid protesters don't exist. They absolutely do. They will show up everywhere. So, who is giving the marching orders? That's my question. Who's giving the marching orders? I'm not saying that all of them are paid. Some of them probably are legitimately retarded, but... That's the worst part. I can't tell who's paid and who isn't.
This is crazy, dude.
Resulting in several of their arrests.
W, get him out. Good shit. Put him away. W. Oh my god. We got a full SWAT team in there.
Who do you serve? R3! R3! R3!
Let's go, dude. That's right. Put him away. Dude, I mean, things are happening. I feel like the fatigue is at like an all-time high right now. Like,
Yeah, you see, what I'm thinking of Trump... Now, I do partially think this is a 4 or 5D chess move from Trump, where he is actually letting everything ramp up to an extent, to where majority of the American people will just say, yeah, the news is full of it. I somewhat suspect that is Trump's game plan. He knows what's going on in the country. He knows a lot more than we think he is. And he is probably playing 4 or 5D chess in order to in order for the American people to just say, okay, we know what's going on. We don't trust the news anymore. Okay, let's get these people arrested. Basically, it's my hypothesis, and obviously I don't know if it's true or not, but that's also sort of a belief of a white pill. But I'm not white pilled or black pilled. I'm Christ pilled.
everyone wants these guys out of the country. All right, like the funny thing is the immigrant sentiment is so low. All right, the anti-ICE fatigue is so high. Right, I think it's awesome. Right, people are so tired of like literally importing cultures that are so alien to us that they're blowing themselves up in our schools and our streets. All right, like we're so tired of that shit we're so tired of the people protesting to keep them here. Like, we're like so over it, bro. All right, no one is protesting for these guys anymore. God damn, look at this. W, sit on her, sit on her. That's right, boys. That's right.
Oh man, just sit on her, sit on her. This is why I like Nux. He's so entertaining.
All right, boys, bring out the overweight ICE agents to sit on them.
Even going into the evening.
Good. Yes, base. Base. Yep. Base. Get him out. Bye. Good. Oh, hell yeah, dude. Love that. W. Fuck him. It's insane.
This is all because the local law enforcement won't aid the ICE officers, by the way. If the local law enforcement will aid the ICE officers, things would not escalate like this.
Like, throwing fireworks at ICE agents, that's attempted murder in my book. Like, what are we doing, guys? Seriously. Throw them in a hole. Put them in a hole.
You see, I'm not just part of Make America Great Again manga. I'm a part of another manga. Make asylums great again, baby! Come on, Trump. Reopen the asylums, please. That would help, pretty much fix most of these issues.
These fuckers limping away. Oh my god. This is insane. Dude, I've never seen the ICE agents and the police officers giving less of a fuck than I am right now. Like the anti-immigrant sentiment is so high. You're not putting the genie back in the bottle. All right?
Yeah, yeah, congrats, ACAB. You made it so that cops don't care. Seriously, when you're demonizing police officers for so long, most of them will just say, okay, you're going to demonize us even if we're trying to do the right thing. Okay, we don't care anymore. You can call us Nazis, you can call us bastards if you want. Whatever. We're just going to just focus on our own stuff. We're just going to focus on keeping you safe regardless. Even the mayor is demonizing us, so we might as well just say, okay, we don't care. We don't care. We only care about keeping the community safe. We don't care.
Immigration is going to win the next election. It will. Ultimately, you know, people are hate Trump and stuff, but immigration is going to win the next election. All right, even your average retard that's not willing to say the quiet part out loud does not want a Muslim terrorist blowing himself up in a school. All right, like I'm just saying, man.
There's something going on. Hey! You can't let them run them over.
God damn.
Yeah, we are pretty much done with this. We are done. We are done with the whole situation of just, I don't know, of Muslims just doing what they want in this country, acting like they have already conquered us when they haven't. Yeah, they've conquered some sections, but they have not conquered the country. In fact, on Twitter, apparently Elon Omar actually said that Somalia is a better country than the U.S. or something, and I just said, okay, move there and renounce your citizenship. That's what I say. I mean, it would just be just cruel to keep you in a country that is lower than your standards, isn't it? Seriously, she is definitely retarded.
Look, man, these guys are asking for it.
What an insane game they like to play. Getting so
And then they wonder why they get killed. All right, and they're like, "Oh my God, but Alex Freddy is dead. He was just a nurse. Oh no, Renee Good." No one gives a fuck about these people, right? They died for fucking nothing. They died to.
Yeah, and notice that they have 2 deaths. That's it. 2 deaths. There might have been 1 or 2 more. I don't know. But to me, it's just suicide by cop. Just like with the Nux, he thinks it's suicide by cop. I think it's suicide by cop. It is not actually. It is not actually an execution. It is not actually a murder. You could call it a homicide because the dictionary supports this. However, it is not murder. It is not an execution. It's more or less just a stupid situation where 2 people just refused to comply. And they'd probably be alive right now if they just focused on their own lives.
Protected pedophile that got deported anyway. They died for fucking nothing.
angry at ICE activity in their community that they block the streets to sing songs and shout at cops until they get pepper-balled and arrested, stopping all of 0 deportations of known criminals that they admittedly know nothing about, as even their local outlets admit ICE's target is a known menace. But first, let's look at the left's framing of the brutalized protesters
let's go, let's fucking go,
trying to stop ICE kidnapping, as nobody is reading this block of nonsense.
Leftist memes be like, just like a.
Yeah, I've noticed that the leftist memes tend to be very wordy, very funny. Like, you can't really understand what they're saying. I mean, memes have to be short and punchy, okay? They have to be short and punchy. You can't just have a whole thesis in a meme. You just can't. And right-wing memes tend to be really funny because they get to the point faster.
Paragraph.
Physical text, but their recollection of the event admits ICE arrested a man connected to a car crash, but then went on about the potential of kids being there, as there was a frozen curtain. According to them, crimes committed in the presence of kids' decorations or for some reason protected, not from
That's left. That's the left, ladies and gentlemen.
Violent individuals. The
thing is, they don't actually believe in anything. They don't care. Like, none of them care. Like, they supported Charlie Kirk's assassination. Never fucking forget. All right, never. That was honestly one of the.
Yeah, I don't support anyone getting killed. I really don't. But if you do get killed at a ICE protest, you have the power not to get killed there. You have freedom of protest, but you also don't. But that does not mean that you have freedom of consequences if it gets violent. Okay? If you start to initiate violence, then you are being provocative in the sense that you are just outright trying to assault the ICE officers or something. You've gone beyond that of a protester. But yeah, everything is just a little weird, okay? A little weird. I think a lot of the protests are paid off.
The most shocking moments of my life. All right, watching the assassination and then watching people celebrate the assassination.
The death of Charlie Kirk, I forgot to touch on. That was also rather sad. My heart breaks for his widow and for his kids who will grow up without a father. Charlie died to be a moderate, but and some people will label me as a Nazi. Like, I made peace with the possibility of actually dying by these people. I have made peace with that. If that happens, it happens. I will probably be if someone does kill me, just know that my reward is much greater than what I have in this life. That's all I'll say.
assassination of a man who just wanted to preach the gospel in public and talk about God and bring back God to the public square. All right, this man was assassinated in front of his family, and all these people cheered. All right, quite literally, your boos me nothing when I've seen what makes you cheer. All right, oh, but a frozen curtain was there. Yeah, all right, you murdered this man in front of his family, and you celebrated it. I don't care. I'm so over it. The empathy thing, it's all a lie. It's all fake. None of it's actually real.
Feds may
Yeah, it's not real. I have a lot more empathy than you think. I mean, I'm being a lot softer than Nux here. Okay, I'm being a lot softer by giving a benefit of the doubt. But at the same point in time, I am actually still willing to continue what Charlie Kirk was doing. I am more than willing to do that. And that is to spread the gospel, spread the news of Jesus Christ. He died and he has risen for our sins. He has made it so that we can enter his kingdom. And we just have to accept it and to and to study the Bible. That's all. That's all he asks of us. He doesn't ask anything else. He just asks for a relationship.
be looking for, but from the enforcement of our laws. As they immediately went into how ICE drove and accelerated into the line of protesters, gassing and tackling them before they got hit. As they then surrounded an ICE vehicle that reportedly had a flat tire. Wonder what or who popped that cop's tire, but of course they won't clarify that.
They don't care.
How they tried to calm nearby protesters, but the police continued to deploy flashbangs and chemicals while they had their hands up. Now it's one thing if some ICE antagonizer says the fascist feds attacked peaceful protesters.
They'll do it every time, and no one's buying it anymore. No one is buying it anymore because
yeah, I'm definitely not buying it. I'm not buying into the propaganda. Heck, I'm no longer I'm not even buying into the whole Talmud stuff anymore. Because I read a bit of the Talmud. I know I said that I did a couple of days ago. I know I said that. But it's true. I still have the Talmud open. Okay? I still have it open. Let me just, let's see, here it is. And let's see, browser. Done entered the browser, okay, let's see. Wait. Here we go. Now, let's see here. I know I had it here somewhere. No. Right here. This part right here is about right here. This one line is what is used to justify Jewish hate. I.e., the Jewish people are called man, but Gentiles are not called man. That's it. And if you read the whole passage, you'll see it's just about funeral rites. That's pretty much it. It's burial rites. Has absolutely nothing good to do with the Torah or what the Jews actually believe.
Reality is, all right, normal people know that there's an Islamic terror problem in the world, all right? Normal people will denounce Islamophobia, but then they're going to see a fucking Muslim terrorist throw a bomb at someone in New York City, and that's going to change their opinion real quick. I'm not going to lie. So this is not going away, all right? The leftist protesters that are going to continue to do their thing because they actually don't have morals. And the shock is, and this is going to, people are going to start realizing this, the left actually wishes the Muslim terrorists blew those right-wing protesters up, all right? Because that's what they wanted. Right, absolutely. They're upset the bomb didn't go off.
But it's another story when the mainstream media both knows and reports on what really happened, but still headlines it as ICE operation sparks violent protest. When the first...
It shouldn't. If there's a violent protest because of an ICE operation, that means...
Yeah. There's always protests at these ICE events. How violent it gets usually depends on the local police. Usually when the local police are directly involved with ICE and aiding them, usually there's no violence at the protests. And if there is violence, it's very, very minimal. However, when there's no local law enforcement aid, you get Minneapolis. That's the closest comparison I can do.
means that there's domestic terrorists that are doing domestic terrorism.
First paragraph admits the activists threw beer bottles, rocks, and spit on the cops.
Oh, it was freedom of speech. Mostly freedom of speech. You didn't know that freedom of speech...
Freedom of speech includes throwing beer bottles, which could give people concussion if hit just the right spot. Water bottles, which can hurt like the Dickens, and what was the last part? What was the last one? What's it smoke? Oh, spitting on law enforcement officers. By the way, if you're sick, you could get the officers sick, so that could actually violate the Geneva Convention, or Geneva Suggestion, I should say, which would make you a terrorist. So yeah, I am willing to fully commit to violating the Geneva Suggestion on terrorists.
Which includes throwing beer bottles at cops?
As when the feds were watching a known criminal previously deported with a DUI trying to arrest him on sight, he then fled, crashing his car multiple times, escaping into a building. After they got a warrant to enter, he had since escaped but still arrested who was inside. That's when activists arrived to block in the ICE agents trying to leave.
My God,
so when
dude.
local coppers came to rescue
That's
them,
insane.
they too were attacked by these angry activists, even sending a state trooper to the hospital with an eye injury. And although
What the actual heck, dude? What the actual heck? Like, we're just trying to get rid of the illegal immigrants, okay? We're trying to clear up the streets. Why are you guys like this? Why are you making the job harder? Is the money really that worth it? Do you not care what other people are going through? Or do you think that you are since you're so privileged to be able to do this sort of stuff, that everyone else is that privileged? Are you that deluded? Are you that out of touch with reality? Nobody I know of is actually going to these protests.
That state trooper's eye was worth more than the lives of all of you. All right, I'm exaggerating, obviously. I don't want them dead. I just want them in prison forever.
3 of them were arrested,
I'm an empath.
they were immediately released.
I am
As
an
it
empath.
seems their Republican governor called this operation
Yeah, so am I, which is why I say deport the whole family. Don't just leave out the kids. Deport the whole family. I don't care. I don't care if they have babies that were born on U.S. soil. We can denaturalize those kids. We can deport all of them to wherever they're from. And they won't even fully assimilate in the U.S. anyway, so why not?
totally unnecessary.
Oh, we have so many traitors, man. We gotta obliterate the current boomerocracy, bro. We have so many traitors in our own ranks.
It's insane to think arresting known drunk drivers is only necessary if the individual is a citizen, because according to
Crazy.
some rhino, it's completely
It's insane,
unnecessary
man.
to remove an illegal crashing his car while evading arrest, all because activists might get mad. Never mind the fact that
I don't care if activists get mad. Why does that affect my life? I don't give a shit.
Yeah, I don't care if activists get mad either. Seriously, most of the activists at these ICE protests tend to be very, very privileged. And I mean that they don't have to struggle. They don't have to live month to month. They just are complaining and are able to go out and just be protesters for a living, pretty much. They just have to keep on protesting, and they don't have real jobs. Just protesting. It's sad.
Shit, let them cry. Right, dude, I'm so tired of these pussies. We don't want to upset the activists. Excuse me, what the fuck? They live by being upset. That is their life. Right? They have no spouse, no children, no future, no legacy. They don't believe in God. They have a dad-shaped hole in their heart. All right? Being upset is their literal only purpose of existence. All right? Like, let them have it. Let them be upset. Chill out, dude.
Kid behind that frozen
I'm so
curtain
tired of it.
is probably in danger of his antics, since activists don't protest drunk driving deaths. It's, quote, totally unnecessary to arrest him, when apparently
That is such a radicalizing shit, dude. And the fact that the Republican governor is going to stand up for the protest activists, like, we have so many traitors, dude.
the laws only matter if the leftist mob.
Yeah, true. They don't care, and they bully people into believing this. Now, the thing is, a lot of people in Congress are getting called out, right, because they're Islamophobic, because they want to deport Muslim terrorists.
Islamophobia doesn't exist. It absolutely does not exist.
All right, so they're getting called out, and Mike Johnson actually defended them.
I've spoken to those members and all members, as I always do, about our tone and our message and what we say. There's a lot of energy in the country and a lot of popular sentiment that the demand to impose Sharia law in America is a serious problem. That's what animates this.
Yeah.
And that's
Look, man, we just need to look at Europe. All right, we had the poster child. All right, you know.
Yeah, you need to. Sorry, but we do need to make it so that Sharia law can't be enforced across the United States. We have to make it a thing. I hate saying that. I really do. But we do need to make sure that Sharia law cannot get a foothold. It already has a foothold in Dearborn, Michigan. Okay? There are Muslim cities popping up in the U.S. Okay? And New York City is surely becoming a Muslim hole. So we need to have Sharia law be banned across the United States. State by state, and probably even federally, we need to ban it.
We were geographically blessed, all right, by the fact that that we're living in America and we're not living anywhere closer to Pakistan. I'm just being real, all right? So our illegal immigrants, for the most part, they did not come from Islamic countries. The illegal immigrants in England and France and Spain, all right, those guys did come from Islamic countries. So we literally could look at those countries and see if they've been benefited or if it's been perhaps even, some would say, a negative that they imported infinite retards from Islamic countries. I could say that it's been a negative. Did you know that rape has increased by over 300% in Spain after they brought in 500,000 migrants from, I think it's Morocco? All right, did you know that happened? Did you know that despite Pakistanis being only 6.5% of the English population, they are 97% of the gang rapists? If that number doesn't literally shake you to your bones, then you are not human.
That's the you know, the
It didn't shake me to my bones, but it does disturb me. The reason why is because I believe in Jesus Christ. Okay, it isn't that I lack empathy or anything, but I do. My heart goes out to victims and all that. But just don't blame Jesus Christ or God for it. Okay? Don't blame them for it. This is just the result of a fallen world.
language that people use. It's different language than I would use, but I think that that's a serious issue. Sharia law and the imposition of Sharia law is contrary to the U.S. Constitution.
True.
Our Constitution is the greatest in the world. It's the longest surviving Constitution on the planet, and we're 250 years into this grand experiment in self-governance. And one of the principles that we believe in, stated first in the nation's birth certificate, is that all of us are created equal by God. It means every single person has inestimable dignity and value.
True.
And that, hold on, and that we respect everyone's beliefs
True.
and their right to live out their beliefs and to
Doesn't mean we need to bring them into our countries, by the way. It just means we need to respect them as creations of God.
Just to be clear, all right? I'm just
Yep.
saying. I'm just saying. All right, if all these guys were in their own countries, I would not have any problem with them. Well, maybe I would, morally speaking, but
And I do respect them as creations of God. But at the same point in time, I understand that not all cultures are created equal. Sharia law will just subjugate me, and also will probably make and probably unalive Nux here.
definitely I wouldn't be talking about them.
speak freely about their beliefs.
Did you know that there is a massive issue in Pakistan now that they're raping dolphins? I'm not exaggerating. This is a real thing. There is a dolphin rape epidemic in Pakistan. But I didn't give that
Oh my goodness! A dolphin. Why? Just why? Do the goats not do anything anymore for you guys anymore? Why? Why? Why the dolphins? Why the dolphins, dude?
a dedicated video. You know why? Because I don't actually care about that nearly as much as the rape epidemic of Pakistanis in our countries. I find that a lot worse.
And have that conviction. But when you impose, when you seek to come to a country and not assimilate, but to impose Sharia law is in conflict with the U.S. Constitution.
It is. It is quite literally, and I don't mean this in like a racist way or anything, because Islam is not a race. It is an ideology, and it's super important to remember that. But not...
Yeah, it's like saying you hate all women just because you don't like modern feminism. Sorry, I don't hate all women. In fact, I still remember this. Even though it's been some months. When somebody said that, have you tried not letting one person influence you in hating all women? Like, I said I hated modern feminism. I never said anything about hating women.
To say this in some sort of racist fashion, but it is incompatible with Western civilization. It is, by definition.
Is the conflict that people are talking about. It is not about people as Muslims. It's about those who seek to impose a different...
True, I don't have any issues with Muslims, just the religious ones. All right, I want to make this very clear. I want to make a very clear distinction. I have no issues with Muslims, unless you follow the religion, in which case we have issues, because you want to kill me.
different belief system.
Yeah.
That is in direct conflict with the Constitution.
Yeah, so the guy did not condemn the anti-Islam sentiment in Congress. This actually is a colossal shift of the Overton window. People are tired of this. They really are. And because we're looking at what these cultures are doing to other people. Right? This is a Yazidi girl, a survivor of a sex slavery under Islam. I can't play it. She says, I was raped every day for 6 months. They killed my mother for being too old to be a sex slave. They killed all my brothers for refusing to convert to Islam. They called us devil worshippers. Yeah, no, I don't think that culture is acceptable.
Yeah, that Muslim I debated like a week or two ago. He actually was like, you do realize I'm against the Antichrist as well, right? Like, okay, that doesn't mean you're actually against him, and just because you proclaim it. And the guy also says he doesn't follow Hadith. Like, okay. Then he stated how I'm going against my own religion by eating pork, and then said that I only follow the Bible to an extent. Like, then why should I even listen to you? Why should I take what you say about the Bible seriously?
At all, as humans, let alone to be brought into our countries.
But yeah, overall, things are getting wild out there, and I don't think it's going to keep getting wilder and wilder, and I am here for it. I I do pray that we get back to some semblance of normalcy before Trump gets out of office, which it is happening slowly but surely. Uh, but overall, I do think we are going to see some hint of normalcy, and I just hope it's before the Antichrist and false prophets show up. So, anyways, thank you guys for watching. I'll talk to you guys in the next one. Later. Peace.